Hello, all. This is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu, and in this video, I'm going to tell you if you got a very good rank around between 5 to 10,000 in NEET PG, and you're in confusion between MD Pediatrics versus MS General Surgery, which is better for you, and this video is for you, so you can take a clear decision after this video. Okay, so here I would tell you seven powerful factors which you should consider before taking a decision. Number one is the financial background. I'll try to explain in a very simple way. If your family is dependent on you, on your income, or you have a very big loan which you have to repay, and you want faster earnings due to some reason, don't go into surgery, please. Pediatrics is a better option. Why? Because I'm looking at the demand in tier one cities and metros. For the junior pediatricians, it is very high. Even in my hospital, they would require so many hospitals are requiring junior pediatricians because there are so many areas in a hospital where pediatrician is required, like NICU, PICU, emergency, and so many other areas. So you would get a job and very good salary. You're getting 1.3 to 1.6 lakhs per month is what is being offered. So if you have some kind of immediate financial responsibility, pediatrics will be a very good option. Okay, in surgery, what happens is you have an obligation to do an MCH. So one, your post-MS work would be a time pass basically. Just for experience sake, you would be working. And if you really plan to settle with MS general surgery, then initially, since you don't have a patient, you'll work under some surgeon who will end up paying you some meager amount of money, ranging between 80,000 to 90,000 rupees, is what I feel. It depends on that particular surgeon also. So, if you don't have a financial obligation, then we can go for surgery. It's a very important aspect because without financial backing, I feel pediatrics is a safer specialty. Factor number two is the ambition level. So the ambition of a person, for example, if somebody wants to make something big, larger than life, or some very big center, surgical center, somebody wants to make perform robotic surgeries or perform very complex procedures where, and the newspapers and cutouts, their photo should come. Such kind of things can be done in surgery. Okay, surgery gives you a very bigger canvas, and then you'll be, and the hospital also has an obligation to project you because you are the revenue generator. So they also push your photos and into different forums. So that kind of bigger things can be done with surgery, but it will take a long time. MSMCH and some experience, that's a different story. But if you have such kind of a mindset, surgery is a very good option. Then you ask me if pediatrics can't we do all that? You can still do. You can create impact. You can actually make big hospital with pediatrics. You can also establish a big NICU and conduct bigger programs and do all that. It is very much possible, but for surgery, it is even more possible. That's it. But both specialties have an equal, prospect in relation to the ambition of a particular person. But if somebody is a very ambitious person, then taking surgery makes more sense, I feel. This is my personal opinion. Okay. And factor number three is where do you want to settle? If you want to settle in metros, uh, in surgery, I'll tell you, in surgery, if you want to do the highly complex stuff, you need highly complex infrastructure like robots, navigation devices, and very good anesthesia teams, very good ICU backup. All that is there in metros. So, if you want that kind of a complex surgery, please be in metros. Or if you want to do bread and butter surgeries like hernias, hydroceles, basic labs, and you want to make immediate money, tier 2, tier 3 is the best. So bottom line for surgery, if you want to earn very good amount of money immediately, tier 2, tier 3 is best. If you are ready for a long game, if you want to do that very complex stuff, and if you want to increase the barrier of entry for other people, okay, and then metros are better for surgeons. For pediatricians, see, if you are a DM in neonatology, then it makes sense to be in a metro in an NICU. Okay, or you are a pediatric intensivist, then you need to work in a metro hospital, a corporate hospital, or some kind of a children's specialty hospital. Type 2 and Type 3 is more of OPD basis work and with a small attached hospital. That kind of work will be done. But again, as I told in surgery, more money can be made there, but more fame can be made in metros. It depends on what you want really in your life. And if your plan is to go abroad or somewhere as a pediatrician, that staying in metros makes sense because you will be international ready. You will be doing some publications. You will be exposed to that kind of a complex equipment care and everything. And then even if you get a job in Middle East or Australia or USA, you will be ready to actually go and work there. And from tier 2, tier 3 to shift to these countries would be a little tougher. Still, people are going. I'm not saying people are not going, but it would be easy to go from a metro. And factor five is more about the starting salaries. Starting salary for a pediatrician is it already told you 1.2 to 1.6 lakh would be there in a metro, and then in surgery it is less. So then, if you plan to do, if like if you have some obligations, then please don't come into surgery. Pediatrics is better. So this is one of the very important factor, no, salary. So that is why I kept it as factor five. So let's go into factor six. That is super specialty. So this is a very important factor. So nowadays, many of the students want to enter DM. So the reason being, DMs are directly taken as associate consultants in bigger corporates. Some hospital directly they'll be taken as consultants, and then the DM is valued in Middle East to become a consultant with 5 years experience. So DM carries a lot of advantages. So if you want to do DM in neonatology, pediatric neurology, pediatric cardiology, it's very much possible after MD pediatrics. And the MCH though is a rule now after MS. Nobody stops with MS. They do MCH, GI surgery, onco surgery, urology, neurosurgery, plastic surgery, and then well, all these things, vascular surgery. So compulsory you have to go for MCH. If you and that is even after urology, people are going into andrology and then breast, and then some people only go for cosmetic, and then sorry, they go for they go for andrology, and some people only do the stones and laser based lithotripsy and all that, and some people only do renal transplants. Some people like that they actually venture into again specialty subspecialties, I have to say. That is how they're branding themselves in bigger hospitals. So if you ask me, is there no end to it? There is an end to it. It will post MCH, you'll do a fellowship, and then you'll settle and you'll start practicing. Okay, so maybe around 40, you'll start earning a good amount of money after doing all these things. The last factor is the prestige, and what parents actually want, your society wants, also will matter for some people. uh, that's actually a very wrong way of deciding, but still many people are considering that factor also because parents are getting into decision making of children, which I don't recommend. Okay, because as a parent, you don't know anything about healthcare, you don't know anything about medical field. Your kid actually knows better than you. A parent is largely biased by looking at some famous doctor, but that is not the reality. Example, I'll tell you. If there is Rajnikant or some kind of a hero who's charging some 50 crores or 100 crores per movie, and do you want your son also to become another hero in a movie? No. And rather than that, a better approach would be to actually become a cinematographer or a musician or a music composer or a sound engineer in that particular movie who can also charge 80 lakhs to 1 crore in that particular movie, and they would do more movies in a year. So what I'm trying to tell is, so by looking at one famous doctor, don't think that everybody can become like them. It is not possible. The competition is very high. Rather than that, you look at other areas where the competition is less and chance of becoming successful is high. These kind of things only I think people who have experience in those areas would know. So you have to follow all the podcasts of different doctors. You have to follow all the medical career related YouTube channels to get an idea. So that is the better way than listening to parents. Anyway, so if you want a prestige in the society and if you want to satisfy your parents, surgery is a better way because most of the parents would love if their kids become surgeons. They want to tell my kid is a surgeon. So that is what also many so due to societal pressures, many people actually take decision like that, and even fine in if whatever way you choose, you after taking you will get passion towards that. After working for some years, after gaining some experience and expertise in the field, you will start loving it. And finally, if I have to tell you, considering all these seven factors, you have to take the call. Basically, some people are actually messaging me asking me, I got this rank, should I take pediatrics or surgery? It is not like that. I have to sit with you or at least see this video completely and try to understand where you are fitting, and then you take a call. Okay. So thank you guys for following the video till the end, and my mentoring program, actually, I'm not getting time to mentor everyone. So what I will do is I will hold the mentoring program, and maybe two or three people I can take, and I'm planning to shut down by maybe 1 month. So what I'll do is I will actually mentor all these people for 1 2 years, and then I'll project to all you guys what they did, how their lives changed, and all that. We'll all meet and when we'll discuss with you. Okay, that is what I'm thinking. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for following the video till the end, and hope this video helps somebody. And these videos are done purely to help you guys to take good decisions. Thank you. I'll come with more podcasts in future.